We are here with Ms. Sonia Wheeler, wonderful woman, wacky and crazy as myself. But an absolutely beautiful person. I'm so happy that she's joining me today. And what we're talking about on Woman to Woman today is us as women wear many, many hats. We have that thing. We can take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on.
Yes.
But even in that, in wearing all the many hats that we wear, carrying all the different responsibilities and moving in different roles that we have, even as mother, wife, woman, supervisor, manager, employee, churchgoer, and all the different things that pull on us, all the different people that pull on us, how can we keep ourselves from getting lost in all of that? How can we help the ladies out there? Because we've been there.
I think at some point most of us do break, and that's our breaking point when we start to rise above. We get to a point that the hats become too heavy, that we find out that we're shrinking, but we don't notice it right away because we're so overwhelmed with everyone else's stuff.
And that's the thing. We carry everyone else's stuff
everything.
It's not enough that we have our own. We decide that we're going to carry on others as well.
Everybody else is, like, say, your children, your coworkers, your sometimes everybody's. I mean, if you're that woman, because I truly believe that not every woman wants to wear those hats, and they don't, and they choose not to. Ones who I think folks think we have extra time. That's why we choose the hats. But sometimes the hats are just placed on us. They're just placed upon our heads. And since we love to think of ourselves as queens, we throw our shoulders back and we carry the hats with glory. But inside, our shoulders are slack and we're tired and overwhelmed. We all have heavy heads, heavy shoulders, overwhelming moments.
At some point, we have to take them off.
Yes, and I think at some point when you fall so low, but you're still standing tall, and you look in the mirror like we were talking about the other day, who is this person? And at some point, the hats have become so heavy, you don't even know who you are anymore. You don't know what your own likes and dislikes are, and what your own goals are, and what whether they're short or long term. You can't even think about what you used to dream about being one day anymore, or what your accomplishments you would like to do one day, because we're well. Break it. We have to break.
Right.
Sometimes to realize that, okay, this can't work for me anymore. We got to turn this around.
And it's not going to work for everybody anymore.
True.
Then bitterness comes in.
There you go.
Frustration comes in.
Anger,
weight,
overwhelming resentment. Oh, that's a big one.
It creeps in I keep pulling into you, pushing into you, pouring into you, and I'm losing myself.
Especially when you feel like you're doing all that and you're not getting as much back as you're giving.
Yes.
And most times you won't. You're not gonna get back from the kids.
I think we have to accept that.
Yeah, we have to, because most times you're not even putting it out there for you to get it back. You're just doing what you do.
Right.
So at some point, like for example with the kids, we don't expect it back. It takes them a long time to become adults for them to realize just how important a factor you were in their lives. So as kids, they really don't care. I mean, they're just who they are. They don't mean it. So we can't even really expect it back from them other than the hugs and the love and stuff like that. But as far as them really understanding how the depths of where you go as being a parent, and how much of yourself, how much of your woman self is involved in that.
Right.
You pull away from the woman Karen.
Yes.
Because the woman Karen is the mother and the provider and the nurturer. So the kids, I can excuse the kids. No, the woman gone. She lost. She's looking for the desert. She's out there. She's looking for the North Star and everything. She's just out there. Seriously, because she does get lost in herself. How can I know what I want if I'm spending, especially if I become a mother or I'm taking on all these hats at a young age, at the beginning of my life, so to speak, at a young age.
Right.
You never got a chance to find out what you want.
Never get a chance. And one of the things, and I wrote this in my book as well. One of the things, and I love my husband for this, it was such a revelation to me and helped me as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as the hat carrier, was he gave the analogy of being on an airplane and the stewardess. The stewardess, when she tells us to, when we're about to go fly, and they tell us, in case of emergency, make sure that when the oxygen masks fall down, you apply the oxygen to yourself first. And then you put it on the person or the whoever you have there that you're assisting. Could be a young child, it could be an elderly person, it could be whoever needs your help. But the thing is, to get in your mind, you have to get selfish. Loving yourself enough, and that's hard for us as women, as mothers, especially in a moment like that. We think the automatic thing to do is, let's put on that baby. Let's put it on that baby first.
Somebody else need it first.
Let's put on that baby first. But you know what? It becomes a detriment to both of you, because now you pass out. The one that you were helping is now can't get any help because you're now incapacitated, gone. But we constantly do that in our multitasking and in our hat wearing. And
that's an awesome analogy. I love that. Because you do have to help yourself first, otherwise you can't help anyone. You have to love yourself first.
But why is it that we keep...
I think it's inbred. I think it's what we watch growing up. I think it's from watching the strong women in our lives, whether it's our moms, our aunties, our grandparents, or our grandmom. It's only after we've reached that last hat and we can't carry it no more. Now we want to complain. Now we want to tell somebody. Now we want to cry. We want to vent. We want to climb out on. I will never forget that climbing out the window. I love that. But that's how we get when we're done. We're done.
But it should get to that point.
Exactly. It would be nice if we could be done before we're overdone.
Yes.
Before we're well
That's
done.
good.
Can we get somewhere? Can we meet somewhere in the middle before we get to a point where we have to, like you said, start bringing out the resentment on the ones we love and the ones we're trying to take care of?
Yeah.
The extra holler at someone that wasn't really necessary, but because we're holding on to something, we're feeling a certain type of way. How do we get rid of it, or how do we?
We have to get into that mindset, really.
I think also we need more sister circles. We are women that will come together sometimes that will male bash. We will talk about different situations that aren't really helping stuff. Yeah. But it's not get the surface stuff taken care of. And
even what, and there's a line that I put in at the end of each of these broadcasts. Let us empower. Let's strengthen. Let's help each other. Yes. And that's what we're supposed to do. And and this is what I have in hopes for this broadcast is for us to enrich the lives of the women that watch, or the families that are attached to these women, or but we need a more support system. But even in that, because I remember for me, that Superwoman complex. And we all have it. We got that cape that we dust off and, we stand tall. Everybody else is flying, whipping all over the place. And that Superwoman complex. And when people used to ask me, can I help you? Do you need help? Are you one of those women? Do you need help? Can I get that for you? No, I got it. I'm good. No, I'm okay. I'm good. And no, you're not.
No, you're not. That's what
but
we
that was hurt.
That's the faces we show each other too.
Yes.
That surface stuff. That we could put 10 women in this room right now and sit here for an hour, and all we're meeting is each other's representatives.
Oh
we're
my
not
gosh.
even though we're all female and we all have that common bond.
Right.
They could be different nationalities, they could be different age groups, but we all have the same unique characteristic. You gonna meet my representative first until I can trust you. If I want to trust you, if I got the time to make room in my life to find time to trust you.
Wow.
So I think women are so afraid of revealing their insecurities and their weaknesses to one another.
Right.
Because they scared somebody in the room is going to look at them and say, "You're weak.
Judging.
You're not as They don't want to They don't want anyone to stand in judgment of this superwoman who they think they've been all this time, and everyone in the room is feeling the same feeling.
It's the same feeling.
So why is it that we can't break that barrier down just amongst the women now? It's just 10 women in the room. Everybody pretty much has the same type of hat wearing stuff going on. Because if they're anything other than just a person that sits in a corner all day, they're doing stuff for other people.
Right.
So everybody's got the hat thing going on. So how come we can all get in a room together and it's so hard for us to truly reveal?
We're missing something. We're missing that transparency is the best treatment.
I like that.
We're missing as women that transparency and just opening up. It's not you there sitting there bashing your families or bashing your husband, your spouses, or what. That's not what it's about, and that's not what this thing is about.
Not at all.
And honestly, I'm gonna tell you, we shouldn't do that. You know, that doesn't help anything to strengthen our families, our union. But transparency goes a long way to lighten your load. Yeah. It's okay when everything is not okay.
That's so true.
All the time. And that's another hat. Like you said, that's the trend. That's that we meet in the representative.
Yes, that's another hat. That's another face. That's another
two. That's another everything all together. Yeah. But transparency is an awesome treatment. I've learned that for myself to really, and it's not, to me it's healing. It's not you now, because then you stand in a place where you don't feel judged, how I see it, because you have already judged in a sense and said, you know what, I know this may not be appropriate. Oh, I know I'm not feeling my 100%. Oh, this might, but like you said, us as women getting in the room, you know, I am dealing with this situation right now. How can, maybe you have gone through that.
That's what we need more of. That piece. And that comes with a strong relationship with God.
Yes.
I truly believe that that's where we get lost. We get lost in who's really in control.
Right.
And who's really going to be the one to carry us through this. It's not all the other women in the room.
No,
it's just
not.
a faith that we know if we can open up to Him and give Him everything, then that's going to release a little bit more to other people as far as being open and honest with other people. I think a lot of our problems come from not being able to relate to each other because we're so busy trying to project the perfect person. The perfect, no matter what's going on. I've been in that room, Cameron, with the women, family members, friends, or whatever.
Right.
And as much as I could think in my head, this would be a nice opportunity for us to sit down and have a good round table.
Right.
Discussion about life and kids and those
family
hats and families and goals and dreams and missed opportunities and regrets.
Right.
You know, just thinking that we can get to the core of some stuff. Just to build some camaraderie so that later on when we start thinking about when hats piled up there, we'll remember that we did have a conversation and we don't have to wear these hats.
Yes.
That we can take them off one by one and discard them. You know, we can do that. But it didn't happen because it was that God piece that I don't like to minimize
that relatable.
But that relatable, that God piece where your faith is strong. Yes, your spiritual self can handle the bareness of who I am.
Yes.
Once you bear before him, it don't matter. Once I'm there before it don't matter. But that's the part that I think is missing. We've made so little time to grow in that relationship with God that we're missing that piece. We might throw them out there when it's convenient.
But it's not relationship.
No, not at all. It's not. That's another poser, as you said in your book, the poser. Why can't we just take off the mask?
Again, it's coming to the realization that it's okay when everything is not okay. And like you said, spiritually speaking, because I know for myself, I had to come in complete surrender to my Father and just to allow the Holy Spirit to really transform me. My mind became different. My perspective became different.
When you can release it all.
Yes.
There's no one else to be afraid of.
We can bear all to Him. I know what I've been through. I know what I've given to Him. He said, cast it all on Him because He cares for me.
Yes.
He cares for us. So it allowed me. It was easier for me to pen my thoughts, to pen my heart, to lay it out before women, to lay it out before men, to say, you know what?
Yes.
I'm not perfect. I'm not going to pretend to be anymore. I'm not going to pretend to be anymore. But a lot more of us as women need to help us as women get to that place.
Yes.